Hello, I'm Lake County Sheriff Dan Dunlap and this Chief Mike Warner from Concord Township Fire. We're together today at Lake County's 911 Dispatch Center, and they're running tests for the school response system. Lake County Sheriff's Office and Concord Fire have a long history of working on our daily procedures and being prepared for large events. Chief Warner, maybe you'll want to tell them about one or two.
Right, back in 2006, this place took many of the calls for the flood. The flood that affected Concord for the first time in a long time did we have a flood that required evacuation of people from their homes, and all that coordination had to be through the sheriff's office, because in the command post, not only were there fire people, but there were law enforcement, because we had to evacuate the homes. And Sheriff, your people did a great job getting those people out and getting them to a safe spot while we did all our other work out there. But everything starts right here. The 911 calls come in. Everything that we do, whether it's a fire call or an EMS, is right here through your office in this dispatch center.
More recently, we worked on the shooting that occurred at Lake Metro Parks, and it is that this center at the fire dispatch desk that they take care of sending out the EMS personnel, and the people who are trained at the Concord Township Fire Department responded to a wounded female who had just been walking along the bike path when a subject shot her. Chief, that was another example of us working continually together here.
Absolutely, and along with that is crashes, house fires, house rescues. The deputies come with our EMS personnel. And what's important about that is a lot of times the EMS personnel are working on a patient where your deputy says, is there anything we can do to help the family? And with that spirit of teamwork and cooperation, it shows us as one team. And being one team is a lot better than a lot of the other communities in the area, having sheriff deputies, fire personnel working together on all these calls.
And I guess you really don't know what's going to happen when you go to the scenes. Too often lately, it's been a heroin addiction case, and sometimes people can be upset and violent. So it's good that we know each other on a personal basis. Our deputy sheriffs and firemen work together and respond to scenes all over Concord Township. You were even responsible along the way for helping make sure that this center had funding through 911, working at the state level, Chief.
Yes, that was very important to us, because we had to form an alliance between the Buckeye State Sheriff's Association, the police chiefs, and the county commissioners to get everybody on board to tell the legislators how important wireless 911 was. They would go to a local dispatch center so they could put the people in place and respond to calls as quick as possible. So also with that, when we work as a team and we go out and do these school trainings for the school shootings and stuff, it's important that our deputies and our firefighters are on a first name basis, because they're going in harm's way together. And they know that. They trust the deputies, that when the deputies call them for EMS to take care of a wounded victim or one of their people, we're there to help.
Well, it's been great working with you, Chief, on all of these incidents along the way, and we're going to see a lot of changes to come in the future. More and more people are abandoning their solid hardline phones, and they're going to be using cell phones. There's going to be a lot of issues where we're going to have to work with the dispatch center to make sure that we use the best technology available for Concord Fire Department and for the Sheriff's Office. It is indeed a pleasure working with Concord Township Fire and the community at large.
Yes,
I'm
it is,
looking
Sheriff.
forward to continued relationship with you, Chief.
Thank you, Sheriff.